is this: don't stop reaching for new goals. Let graduation be one major accomplishment in your long list of successes. And finally, be the exception to the rule. The best way to illustrate what I mean by this is through my life story. You see, I don't have the typical life story of a PhD student. My childhood started out normal enough. I grew up in a middle class family in Caracas, Venezuela. I went to a good private school and got good grades, but my entire world was shattered on October 3rd, 1994. My father, at 44 years old, died of a massive heart attack. I was 14 and my brother was 6. Now, in a country like Venezuela, there is no life insurance, no social security, and no welfare. So I knew this was going to affect my entire family emotionally and financially. As the new man of the house, I now had to find a way to take care of my mother and brother, because if I didn't, who would? And just like that, my childhood was officially over. Shortly after my father's death, we moved to Mexico in search of more opportunities. We lived only on my mother's income of $300 a month, so we struggled to make ends meet. I decided to drop out of high school to ensure that my brother could continue with his education. After all, with my mother working full-time, someone had to pick up my brother from school, take him home to feed him, and make sure that he did his homework. So school wasn't fitting in with my schedule. And there you have it. I was now also officially a high school dropout. What came after was straight out of a soap opera, a telenovela if you want. My mother fell in love with an American. This meant we had to make another move, this time to the US, Moreno Valley, California, to be exact. I knew our world would be turned upside down again, but this time it felt different. I had hope for my family, hope for our situation improving, and hope that I could have a future that I once dreamed of. The only problem, I was still a high school dropout. Luckily, my stepfather told me about this place where someone like me could get an education. It was called community college. He showed me the Moreno Valley campus and I could feel my heart swelling with joy. I knew I wanted to go here, but I still didn't know English. I still had no money and no high school diploma. However, being now in the wonderful line of opportunity, I was able to work hard, take the GED, and enroll at RCC the next semester. Since I finally got an opportunity to go to college, I wasn't going to let anything get in the way of my success. I spent hours and hours studying. I practiced English in front of the mirror, and I got lots and lots of support from some of the same amazing professors that you had here at Moreno Valley College. Thanks to their teachings and their help, I am proud to say that I graduated from community college with a 4.0 GPA. Now, what are the odds of a student still learning English with no high school diploma, even graduating from community college? Very low, I'm sure. But those odds didn't matter to me. I knew I would succeed. I was the exception to the rule. While my academic life was in an upward trajectory, my family life, on the other hand, was on a downward spiral. My stepfather had lost his job, and in a matter of weeks, our car, our house, and our financial stability also vanished. By the time I was applying to four-year universities, we were so broke that my mother, my brother, and I had to share a room at our neighbor's house. My acceptance letters from UC Riverside, UC Berkeley, and UCLA were all bittersweet. I was thrilled to be accepted, yet well aware of the fact that I could not afford to go. College was starting to look like a distant dream yet again. However, at that pivotal moment in my life, I caught a big break. UCLA offered me a full ride on the prestigious Regent Scholarship Award. It was the best gift I had ever got, and I cherished it. I eventually graduated from UCLA with highest honors and got accepted into UCSD as a math PhD student. When looking around the UCSD math department, I was one of only 2 Latino students. Now, other people would have taken that as a warning sign of a very difficult road ahead. But that didn't matter to me. I was the exception to the rule. And just as I had done at RCC and UCLA, I took my head down and I worked hard. And now I'm proud to say that I'm a doctor of mathematics. I went from GED to PhD. I went from hardly speaking any English to teaching math to a new generation of college students. I went from having no dreams to having many. And it all started right here in Moreno Valley College. So why do I tell you this story? I tell you this because I want you all to be exceptions to the rule. When you come up against adversity and you think to yourself, this is never going to happen, I want you to remember my story and think, if he can do it, I can do it too. When someone says, no one has done what you're trying to do, don't take that as a sign that you should not attempt it. Instead, take it as a challenge to be the first to accomplish it. If you look around and see strangers that look different, sound different, have different beliefs than yours, don't think, I am different and therefore I should not be here. Instead, think, I am different, therefore my perspective is even more valuable here. If you find yourself in a difficult situation and the odds are stacked against you, don't be scared. Instead, think of this as an opportunity to prove yourself and a chance to show others how to persevere in the face of adversity. So be the exception to the rule. In doing so, you will set an example that others will follow. Class of 2014, I want you to dream big and reach for new goals. Only by challenging the current rules and doing something new and exceptional can you inspire others to do the same. Only by creating many exceptions to the rule will we eventually be able to create better communities and a better nation. It is up to us to lead that charge and solve the problems that our parents and grandparents couldn't solve. You have the tools to contribute to this change. The education, the experiences, and the friendships you gain here in Moreno Valley College have equipped you to go into the world and make it a better place. Follow your passion and take risks. Go out and challenge the status quo. And remember that being different means being empowered by your special circumstances. Being the exception to the rule means being great, not in spite of your background, but because of it. Be strong, be fearless, and work hard every day for your goals. I know you will achieve them. Congratulations, Moreno Valley College Class of 2014.